All right then, let's start with today's webinar. As I said before when I start, my name is Oriol. I am the product director from the Gemvision team. Also joining in this webinar we have Bo. Bo is one of our experts in the software. He's a sales rep in the US market. He has a lot of knowledge about Matrix and MatrixGold, so he will also be answering any question that you put in the chat. So I will be running the session, doing a few designs and showing you the gems tools that we have in MatrixGold. And Bo will be helping me on all these comments. Something that also I would like to say before I start with the webinar is that in our YouTube webinar where we have all the copy, you have the link that if you want to have a personal one-on-one demo about the software to be more focused on what you are looking for, you can click on that link and then you will have form just where you need to put all your details, and so then we can contact you and we can have this one-on-one. All right, so I think that I already started with all the introductions, and now let's start with the gem tools that we have in MatrixGold. As you can see here on the top, I have the gems. Here is where we will be using most of the tools about gems. Of course, that we have also settings that sometimes is also to place more stones like the halo, but today we will focus on the gems and we will focus on the pavé and the gem springs. The reason why we are focusing in these two tools is because when you need to get a surface and place a lot of stones, using these two tools, you can be very precise on how to place stones in your surfaces. This is something that we always try to keep in mind in our software. We don't want to have a tool that put all the stones, make it nice and that's all. We want to give you a tool that allows to be very precise. So every setter has their own way to set the stones. So I believe that with these tools we achieve that. So let's start. First, I will use rings, mainly rings, but you can do it on any surface. So the first thing that I will start with is with a eternity ring, okay, and we will fill it up with the stones. So I will go to the, let me just drop this a bit. I will go and I will choose the profile placer, and the profile placer already detects where the ring rail is. All right, so we have this profile, but from the profile library I will choose another one. And today I will try to tell you all the different tricks that we have in MatrixGold. This is not just a webinar to sell the software, it's a webinar to understand MatrixGold, and I believe that this is very important. So we will choose this one, okay? I select this one. And now with this one, I can do anything that I want. So if I go to the right view, I can set up the width, so I can go to, just say, 5.2, okay? The height is okay, 2 millimeters. But now, as you can see, I want this to be narrower, this side here. Okay, so what I can do is just go to the profile editor. Let me move the profile editor here, so you can see how you can do it. Okay, so I'm showing you how to get all the surfaces ready to set your pavé. Then what I will do is just make this part narrower. So I select by window this part. I will make it like this. As you can see here, automatically I already get the changes, and I will keep it like this. All right, so here we have a nice surface. Something that I would like to tell you, you can save this profile. So if this is a profile that you are going to use later on, you can save it. You can add here any name, and you can keep it in your library. If you just need it one time, like we do now, the only thing that we need to do is just validate. Okay, now that we are here, what we can do is just click on the activate auto sweep, and in just one go we get the whole sweep. All right, okay, but what is the important part here that I want to show you? This is a surface. So now if I select the pavé, the problem that we will have is that when I try to select a surface, it's selecting me the whole ring. And I don't want that, because look what happens. It's placing stones all around the ring. So this is something that we don't want. What is the reason this to happen? Is because this is just one surface. We don't have here a surface apart from this one. What is the best way to fix that? We just need to go back to the profile placer. We go to edit, and because we have the profile editor, just let me move it here. I go to the profile editor. Let me just go to put the right so we can see the difference. So I need here something that cuts this surface. Very easy, we can get the add corner point, okay? So let me just zoom in, and you can see how I do that. So I select the add corner point. It's telling me select the curve. I select this curve, and I already can select where I want to place this corner point. I put it here, and as you can see, I already have one new line. Let me just try to move it. You see that this is changing automatically. This is where I'm placing the new surface. All right, so now I can select where I want to the surface stop, because now this will be all the surface where I will be placing the stones. Okay, we keep it like this. Again, I validate, enter, and look now. If I select this surface, look what I get. I don't get this part, I don't get this part, I just get the central part, okay? So this is something that it's good to keep in mind, because then you can be more precise on where to place the stones. Okay, now let's go to place the pavé. So I select pavé, and here in the command line is asking me for a surface. So I go for the surface. Just let me do it. I can do pre-selection with the Control Shift. All right. So if you want to select just the surface, Control Shift until you get the surface, not this one. All right. Now I have done pre-selection. I click on the pavé, and it already detects the surface where I want to place the stones. Here I have all these settings that will drive me to what kind of pavé I will get. All right, so first of all, gem diameter. I have 1.3 because this part is not very big. I can go to just 1 millimeter. I click enter, and by itself, it already places all the stones. All right, very easy. You see that here we have, because this is where we have the seam, there is always a bit of mess where we have the seam, because this is the whole eternity ring. But don't worry, we will fix this later on, okay? The only thing that I want to be sure that you understand is that we have the distance between gems, so we can place what distance we want between every gem, what tolerance do we want below distance, and what tolerance above distance. This is, you see all these green lines, this is telling us if we are respecting this tolerance. If we are very, very precise and we want always to be with even less, I can go to 0.5. You see, when the distance is not correct, then a new line with a different color is coming out. And when you get into on top of any stone, it's telling you what is the distance. So as you can see, in this one, we have 0.2. This is the distance that we have between all the stones. So because it's exactly what we are asking, 0.2, and it's not 0.25 above or below, the lines are in green, meaning that this is okay. Distance from border, 0. If I would say, just say 0.3, probably I won't get these stones. Okay, so let's check. You see, now because I put here 0.3, I don't get the stones close to the border. So let's keep it to 0. This is if we want to move the stones on that side or that side, but now because everything is in the center, we don't need to do that, and in the Y. So if we want to move the 3 lines, let me show you just a bit. You see, you move them like this or like this. That actually doing it like this is okay to play with this one here, so we will use it. All right, so you see now it looks much better. Just as I was telling you the tolerance, as you can see, these lines are in yellow because they are above 0.2. That is the distance that we like between the stones, but then we will fix that. And in case that we would like to rotate them, just to show you, but here is not appropriate, but I will keep it to 0. All right, so we already have the pavé. There is, let me just look at the questions. There is someone who's answering questions in the chat. We have Bo. Bo is from our team, as I said at the very beginning, and he will be replying all the questions that we have in this chat. All right, so once everything is done, what we will do is just click enter, validate, and we will get all the stones around. Okay. But as I said, the distance here is not what I would like to have. So what we can do here is play with the gem springs. Okay. So we select the gem springs, select gems. We can select them from the layers. These are the gems. And now select the mesh of the surface. So I select this surface, and again we get like the second part from the pavé, I would say, because the first part is to place the stones very easy. The second part is to just adjust anything that you would like to change. What can you do here? Just move it. So I select it and I can move it. I want to keep the magnet off. You see, lock, magnet off, because then all the other stones stays in the right place. Okay, so now if I want to get this one, and you see now everything is green. It means that now the tolerance is the one that I set up. So that again, here I have a tolerance below distance, about 0.2, 0.2. Here what I need to do is change to the values that I had in the pavé before, so 0.2 distance between gems. And let's see, let's go for less tolerance here and less tolerance here. All right, so now I can start to move these stones. So there we go. Now it's green everywhere, and I will do the same with this one. I select it, and there we go. So this means that all the stones have the same distance between all of them. All right, so everything is green, everything is ready to go. All right, so I will validate. So now I'm doing just quite an easy pavé just to show you, and then we start to play a bit more with different options that we have. And now what will be next is just to add prongs here. So to add the prongs that we have is we have the pavé prongs. All right, so these prongs are specific for this kind of settings. What this tool does is just find out the intersection between all the stones and place a prong. Okay, so it's asking me select the surface. This is the surface, and now it's calculating everything that it needs. All right, as you can see, it's placing here 2 more because this is the stone that we have moved, but we will fix that, and I will show you how. So we have the tool here, and as you can see, just to show you how it works, if I go now and I say overlap is 0.2, if I go 0.3, what it will do is grow the prongs, and now you see the prongs are a bit bigger and are more inside the stone. All right. So now we have everywhere the same. What else can we do here? 0.3. If we want gem distance tolerance, then we need to start to work with the different setups that we have here. If we go to 0.3, let's see what happens, or 0.2. I would like to have one more prong just here on each side. If we go to 0.1, nothing on 0.1. And if it doesn't work, then what we can do is just move the stones. So 0.5 until we get, the row of prongs here. For sure that if we go to 0.15, we will get them there. There we go. And there is one left here, but I can add it at any time with the prong placer. But as you can see now, it starts to look very, very nice. If I just move the minimum percentage inside, let's see if this, there we go. So now we got it. All right, so now we got all the different prongs. I validate, and I will get all the different prongs and all the stones around. Okay, you know that in MatrixGold, anytime when you have done something or a big operation, you can save in your projects tab, so you can go to the full save, and now I will save everything that I have here. All right, so all the steps that I have done, it's being saved, all the information into this full save that we are doing, and now it will come out here. So there we go, we have it here now. Just let me do a quick check to the live chat. It seems that everything is good. It seems that we keep Bo busy just replying all the comments. That is good. So please keep asking. That Bo has a lot of knowledge and he can reply anything that you ask. All right, what is left here? What we have left here is the cutters. So I just want to be sure that everything is okay. So what I will do is the cutters. I will select all the stones and I will go and click on the cutters. There we go. So now all the cutters comes out and this is ready to do the boolean. Okay. Something that you can do, and you can try, of course, that's harder the different shape is hardest to get the boolean, but what you can do is go to the Azure, and you can just click on the bottom profile override, and as you can see, we can change the shape. So if you want to give a different shape to the bottom holes, you can go also to the library, and if you want to, I don't know, if you want to get, just say an octagon or emerald square, this one, I think that I believe that this is pretty nice, or this one. So I select this one, I select, and so now we get a different shape. I just can move it up to here. Always is good to do these changes before we do the boolean, because if we don't do it before the boolean, then we need to recalculate everything and it takes too long. So I will just go a bit here. I will click on, I can do it from just from the panel. So I will do 0.75 and 0.75, and let's see what do we get. All right, I validate, and now what I will do is I will do the boolean from all these cutters with this surface. Okay, so I will go to solid, boolean difference between this part and all these cutters. So wait a second again. So when this enter is this part enter, and now as you can see, the pointer is spinning. It means that it's calculating everything. There is quite a few stones there. There is actually 159 stones. So that's quite a few. What I will do next is I will change a bit the surface. I will do just half, so you can see how we can create half of this done with the profile placer. I think that is also interesting to see how we can match half with the bottom shank, and this is something that we can also will perform. All right, so we have the boolean done. Always keep in mind that we still have all the different steps here, so that we have still the profile placer, the ring rail, so everything is here. All right, so we have the holes with the shape that we have been using. Of course, that we can go bigger, we can make any kind of change here in this Azure. All right, so now what I will do next is, let me think, I will like to get just half, okay? To do that, because then I will be able to show you different techniques, and I believe that it's very, very important. So let me go and I will get rid of the boolean, so I can go here and just click delete. I like to do it like this because you understand how MatrixGold is working. Even I delete the boolean, I still have the cutters and I still have the profile placer. So I will also delete the gem cutters. I don't need them now. And what I will also do, let me just show them. So as you can see, you can see step by step everything. So these are the gem cutters. Now what I will do is just delete them. I will also delete the prongs and the stones. I will delete everything. The only thing that I will keep is this profile placer. I will go to edit, and now what I will do is just switch off the auto sweep, so I get this one, and we will start to make some changes here. So I will do that one like this. Again, I will come here to the right, and what I will do is just what I did before. I will narrow down these points. Okay. And I will do this a bit more roundish. Okay, so that looks good. I will click on validate, and now I will place another one here in the middle. And what we will do with this one is just go like this. Okay, and again with that one, I will go to the profile editor because now this is too thin, and I will just make it a bit more like this. Maybe I have done too much. Let's see how does it looks like. Okay, validate, and from this one we will do a mirror. Okay, now that we are here, what I want to do is just a solid shank at the bottom. So what I just need to do is to place another one. And I do that because I have the same shape, the same dimensions. I have everything the same. So for me, it will be easier to match this section with the one that I have below. And again, I will go to the top view. And what I will do now, you see I'm working with this one. The both are the same. But now what I will do is just move this like this here, because what I want here is a solid shank at the very bottom, and I want to use what we already have. You see that here I'm following exactly the same. The only thing that I need to do is just to zoom in, and I have different points here. The only thing that I need to do is just to spread them out. And we will be ready to go. Just align all of them. Just keep in mind that here we have been zooming in a lot, so, but as you can see now, it's following all the same shape. Just make it more smooth. I will get those a bit lower. And there we go. It's following exactly the same profile. So with this one, I will do a mirror. And we have now all the profiles that we need. And I like to do it like this because then I can show you. I forgot one here at the very bottom, but it's not neat. So what I will do now, and it's something that someone can experience with MatrixGold, is that if I use the sweep, let me show you. So the first thing that I will do is the sweep for the bottom part. So I will go to the sweep one, and I will click here, and I will select this one and this one. Okay. And now if I want to do all the top part, the problem that I will have is because I have the same point here and we always use the same direction, it will be very, very hard for me just to get, with using the parametric side, this part at the very top. So let me show you what happens, and then I will show you what is the solution. So if I go to the sweep one and I select this, and I want this profile, let me go to the wireframe so I can select the right one, this profile, and this profile, this is what I get. All right, so this is not what I want. I just want this half part here. To do that, what I need to do, very easy. I go to the curves and I can do just a trim of this ring rail. I'm not breaking this ring rail. The only thing that I'm doing is just getting another curve. So I select this. I need to change the direction. So I want it from here to here. It's not important where we finish because we already have placed the profiles. And now again, I will go to the sweep one. So sweep between this part and this, and this. And now we get, you see, a very nice finish for this ring. Okay. So I think that this is important, so you can place anything that you want. I can go to the ring rail. I can't remember which one was the right one. Let me see if it was this one. Yes, so as you can see now, you have as many dimension, finger size as you want. So always keeping everything together. So I believe that is nice to make rings. You can create any shape that you want. Okay, and now let's place the pavé here and see what we can do. So I select this surface because I put the corner points, as you remember, in the profile editor on this side. I can get this nice surface. And what I will do is place the gems. So I go to gems, pavé, and all right, we have 1.3. But all these areas here, I want smaller stones. You can always change the stones also here already in the pave. So if I click here and I want to go to 1.1, I can place 1.1 stones. All right, so you can change anything that you want. Again, I will go to the 1.3. The pave is the first step to fill as much space as you can. So I validate. And as I did before, and I will start to play with different dimensions and with mirrors, I will start to select the gems springs. Gems springs, I select the measure of the surface, and I will go now for I will select all the symmetries. I will lock, yes, like this is okay. And I just select all the symmetries because now I just need to work on one side and it will be replicated in all the other sides. All right, so 1.3, add gem. As you can see, we have these little points here. I need to go smaller, so I will go to 1.1. Let's see how does it looks like. Maybe still is not. I want to delete this one. So delete and delete this one. We want to put it smaller, so I delete these ones and I will go to 1.1. So add gem. There we go. Now it's much better. So I have a 1.1 here, another one here, and here probably we will go to 1 millimeter. Let's see. I think that will be okay. And if I can fit another one just here, that will be good. All right. I think that this will be okay. So as you can see, using the gem springs and the pave allows you, oh, I have one here that it's double up. I need to remove this one. Allows you to just place the stones that you want. All right. So now I click escape and I select this one. This is the right one. So I need to delete this one and delete this one. Okay. So with these two tools allows you, it gives you the freedom to be very precise on where to place the stones, know all the distance between the stones, and I believe that for any setter, this is very, very important. All right, so I click enter. And we have all the stones. Now, what I will do again is our main way of thinking in MatrixGold is that, as I said, with the pave, the same. We want to give you a start for anything, for the parametric tools, for the pave tools. And then when it's time to narrow it up, we give you tools to be very, very precise. This is what we have with the prong on surface and with the pave prong. So now, first of all, I want to place prongs to all these stones. So what I will do is just go to the pave prongs, select the surface. So in just one go, we already get all this. All right. And I really believe that this is very, very fast and very good. If you want to go a bit deeper, a bit farther inside the stone, instead the overlap 0.2, we go to 0.3. And you will see how the prongs, all of the prongs grows up, and now we have more metal inside the stone. So the setter can play a bit more with the metal. And now, all right, here we don't have the option to add the prongs, but I really believe that is not necessary because, as I said, we want to give you the tools now to just narrow up the end result. And to do that, what you can do is just go to the prong on surface, select the surface. This is the surface. We just need to set up the first one to match the other ones, and the only thing that you need to do here is just put them in the right spot. If you want to make this one smaller, we can go a bit smaller, so we have room for another one here. I just want to fill these gaps because it's not very nice when you see gaps with just metal. I will place a couple here, and I'm just working in 1/4 of this design, and I will show you why. So I think that this like this is okay. I will place another one here, and I will make this one a bit bigger. 0.5 is okay, and I will keep doing that just here, here, and here, and I validate. Now, from the moment that I have all this, the only thing that I need to do, you see I'm missing the prongs in this side and in this side. I missed a few here, but I can just go back, edit, and keep adding them, because the software is parametric and you can go back to the tool. Okay, and now the only thing that I need to do is just select, and from transform I can go and use the mirror, and I use the mirror to the 4 sides, and there we go. We already get the ring with all the prongs and everything that we need. And this is, we know that we can send, let me do a full save. We know that we can send this to production, and it will be very easy for us to just place the stones, push the prongs, and set the stones. So we know exactly what dimensions we have because we have all these options in our tool. So once you get this from printing and casting, is super accurate. All right. So I really believe that it's a nice way and a fast and very fast way to place prongs. And the good thing about MatrixGold is always the same, is that MatrixGold is huge, has many tools. So this is a model that probably many customers can get in love with. So if you need to have different dimensions, different finger size, the only thing that you need to do is just go to the ring resizer. You select everything that you have here. Please include a valid ring rail in the selection. What is happening here? Because we used the trim curve and the ring rail is height, this tool cannot see the ring rail, but it's not a problem at all. The only thing that we need to do is just go to see where the ring rail is. That is here at the very bottom. I believe that it was this one. I will click show. So now it's thinking, the ring rail will come out. You see the ring rail in red now? So now I will do the same. I will select here, I will select this. I will place it here, and there we go. Now has detected the ring model that it was in the US 7. So now I want, first, because I have stones all this area here, I will go to the front view. Let me go to wireframe, and I will use the adjust angle where the stones finish. All right, and now I want the ring in a number 8, 9, 10, 11, and also I want half sizes, 8.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, 10.5, and 11.5 until 12. I click just resize ring, and just keep in mind that we have all the stones and everything, and just in no more than 5 seconds I got all the rings with different stone sizes. And the very important is that the distance between the stones are all exactly the same. We didn't touch anything about the stones. So the only thing that we have been working on is the solid part of this shank. So you already have all these rings. You can keep, you can save this model anytime that you wanna get one of these rings for any of your customers. You already have all the different sizes here. All right. Okay. I will close this. And now we already have been with that for 40 minutes. What I will use next, let me just get rid from all these rings here. This is the right one, so I will get rid of all those. And I will keep working with this one. And what I will do now is just use another tool to place stones. All right, so as the last one, the one that I will be using is the gems on surface, because it's something that when you are working with a ring like this, it's also very, very easy to use. So I will get rid from all these prongs and also all these stones. So I have a clean ring, a clean surface to start to set another bunch of stones. And the way that I will do it, I will start from the top. I will go to gems and I will use the gem on surface. I click here, select the surface. Just let me select this surface on the top view. And I will start, let me just place it at the very center. You see here you can place just in the center 0.5. 0.5. All right, so now it's just in the middle of the ring. I like, as I did with the pavé, I always like to have a 0.2 distance between the stones. So avoid overlap, and I will go to 0.2, tap. And now this I just need one, but now from now on, I need to click tab here. All right, so this is telling me the distance that I need to place the next stone. Okay, let's see if like this. Oh, we can go like this, perfect. What I need to do next is every time that I place one stone here, I want another one on the other side. So I will go where the mirrors are, here in the mirror U and V. So now, as you can see, every time that I place a new stone, I will get another one here. All right, so there we go. Let's start and you will see how fast is this. So 1, 2, I can go and use the 4 views. And all right, so now I have done the first row. Now I will start here, but I want it also in the other side. Very easy, I just select V, and look, now we get the stones on the other side also. But these ones I want the stones to be 1.8. So I will start with this. 1.8, 1.8, and let's see, still we can fit here 1.8. Yes, well, I can go to 1.7. I have no problem. 1.7. And another 1.7 here. Well, this one, I think that needs to be 1.8 actually, so let's keep it to 1.8. And now once I play in the second, the last one here, this one I want it to be 1.7. I can do it from here or also from the handles. And let me see if it's one, oh no, let me just keep it to 1.7. And now probably this ones here needs to be smaller, because now this one is I can go just here and make it a bit smaller, 1.5 from the handle. And now I will just take this out. I will add another one here a bit bigger. Okay. And I think that like this will be okay. I missed just one here. I don't know why. There is one that I don't have here. Probably, because the only thing that I need to do now is just select this one. And probably, you see, I don't have the mirror on the V. Now I get it. And there we go. So this is another way to place different stone sizes. And again, here what you can do is just select the stones, and from settings we can keep playing with pave prongs, but here probably because the stones are very big, the prongs between the stones will be, let me just go pave prongs, select gems, these are the gems, select surface, so the problem that I have here is the stones are too big. So we have different options here to place different prongs. Actually, one of the things that we can do is to go with faster than what we used to do. We can just select these stones, we can ungroup them. Let me just so we have two options. Let me see, pave prong select surface is not working here because the stones are too big, but then what I can do is just ungroup these stones, ungroup, and now I can just block this and this, and I just need to select these stones, and what I can do is just a prompt placer. There's something wrong with these stones. I did something wrong with these stones that is not allowing me to get the stones. I can see that I did something wrong. Gem 1. Okay, let me see. It's a gem, but when I try to add anything, something wrong with the stone. I'm not sure what I have done, but I can do it again very easy. I can see that I have two stones here, so probably this is the problem. I think that the problem was that I had like two different stones. Let's see now. I need to select this top. All right. And prompt placer. Which reference not set. All right, so I did something wrong, but it's very easy to replace these stones. I don't know if I would do I'm not sure if I do the gems override, if this is going to be fixed. Let's just try it. Not sure. So I have the gems. Let me see. So I select the gems, but I don't believe that this is going to be fixed. But anyway, you already have seen how to place the stones. And no, it's not fixing it, but it's a nice way also to put as many stones as you want. So The only thing that you need to do is go to the gems on surface, use the different mirrors, and when you are using the different mirrors, then you go super fast to place all these stones, and all of them has the same distance, so then it's very easy to place prongs at any time. So I will be able also to go on the prong on surface. I will just let me select this surface. So I can, that will be good. So I can show you another tool, prong on surface. I select this surface. And as I did before, the only thing that I need to do is just play with the mirror. So I place it here. I just make it a bit bigger. And the only thing that I need to do is very easy. Place the prongs just in one, I would say just in 1/4, because the only thing that I need to do after this is just use the mirror. And you have a lot more of freedom here, so you can place the 5 prongs, that this is something that depending on where you need to place them, you can do it. So you have enough prongs to set all these stones. And then what I will do is just a mirror. All right, so now we are running out of time, so I just want to be sure that I show you all the different options that we have. And another one here. All right, so now the only thing that I need to do is just what I did before, transform, mirror, multi, and there we go. Because I missed that once, I can go back anytime to the edit, and now because the mirror is already there and the software is parametric, I just need to add it once and I already get them everywhere. So anything that I do now, because the mirror is on, it happens everywhere. And there we go. So another way to place the stones and prongs into any surface. All right, so let me just go to the live chat and see if there is anything that that I'm missing. And oh, now I see that Bo is telling me that there was a lot of breathing feedback in the audio. Sorry for that. Sometimes with these audios that we are using, it's true that that's something that sometimes we need to take care of. All right, so I believe that I have gone through all the different tools that we have for the gems and how to place gems onto any surface, also how to make drinks with this nice finish. So if there is anything else that you want to ask into the live chat before I finish the webinar, please do it now, and we will try to reply these last questions. That guy saying rendering will be awesome to see, using edge of gem placement will be great too. It has never worked for me, and that was one of the things I was going to ask about today, using edge of gem placement. All right, so we can do some videos about all these comments that we have here. This is very good feedback. Rendering, we are getting ready with Bo. We did a webinar into the MGSA last week, and rendering was something that the people was asking for. So probably the next webinar that we will be running with Bo, we will get it ready to talk about the render. And let me go up. Rendering, Bo, I can see that rendering is something that we need to do. I see that Jane was asking why not to just eliminate all of these points. It's true, you can eliminate these points, but it's always good to keep the same points between the different profiles that you have, so then the surface is more accurate. And I always like to put an extra time on that and not having problems later on. Jane Weber also was asking uh, where is the corner point. So the corner point, let me go to the profile placer. When you are in the editor, adding the corner point is this one here. So with this one, you can add any corner point, anywhere in the profile. All right. And I see that everything else, pretty much Bo has been replying everything else. So let me go at the very end. And just a simple gems on curve with a ring rail or something. That guy, just a simple gems on curve with a ring rail or something. Can you show edge of gem placement real quick? I don't think that we have that, but I will look into this if there is a way to have the same functionality, and then we will place it into either in the comments from this video, or we will post it in our social media. All right, so I see that we have had a lot of um, assistance today. That's good. Thank you so much for being with us. This is something that is working very well, so we will keep this running. And please follow us into our social media, all our channels, Instagram, Facebook. This is where we announce and we talk about all the next webinars that we are launching. So as I said, probably the next one will be about rendering. I see that Mehmet is also in the comments. Mehmet is a very, very good user and with the render, so probably we will need to ask him some tricks, because it's always good, always his point of view. And we will do that for you. Just the last one. What is the step for beginner to learn? Okay, so this is quite easy. Of course, that is not, I always like to say that is quite easy for what you can do. So you can do a lot. So learn MatrixGold is not hard. Of course, that you need to put hours. But what we are trying with MatrixGold is that all the tools follows the same flow, the same workflow. So once you learn one of these tools, and as you keep using the software, you learn quite fast. Of course, that you need the learning curve, but it's not that hard. Thank you so much. MatrixGold is a software that it will keep growing, and it will never stop. So we are a big company and we have a lot of invest put in this software, and we will keep it like this. So you are in the right place and with the right software. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.